What's up, guys? It's your boy Algo Bailey, and we are back at it. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a review of our ultimate printer. This guy, Tesla, printed for a lot of our members, and we just wanted to do a review of it so you guys can see how we came about formulating this play, how we were able to get some levels really before anybody ever saw them coming. So first thing we're going to go into is just Tesla in general. For those that don't know, Tesla is an automaker that makes electronic vehicles and autonomous driving cars. Fundamentally, Tesla was definitely pretty strong. There was a lot of rumors going around that they would be included in the S&P 500. However, at this time, when we identified some levels, Tesla had not gotten approved to get into the S&P 500. But there was a lot of rumors going around with that, a lot of rumors about their chips, a lot of rumors about autonomous cars, and they had their earnings coming up. So these are some of the fundamental pieces that went into us formulating this play. When it comes to the technical analysis, we're going to go into some of the early levels, identifying some of the demand zones, trading the breakout, and then trading the all-time highs because we were able to print throughout this whole session. Now, before we get into it, as you guys know, we are option snipers. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Press that subscribe button. Also, you can join us for our 5-day free trial. It's going on right now. Just go to optionsnipers.com for access. All right, guys. So our Tesla levels started on October 18th, actually. We did a charting session and just looked at Tesla knowing that earnings was coming up on October 21st. And so we wanted to put together some levels for Tesla and the potential breakout it could have. Now, also, as you'll see here in our Discord, a lot was happening with Tesla at the time. There was a lot of rumors going around. Tesla just being a series of startups because they have so many other facets of their business. Tesla actually, once earnings happened, there was talk about Tesla insurance, S&P 500 inclusion, them developing their own chips and actually selling them to other automakers for autonomous driving. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Tesla. And so on the 18th, what we did is we plotted levels. One thing that we did, a lot of our members were curious to know what the potential for Tesla could be based on its earnings levels. So Tesla had been in some consolidation, and so we just did some simple charting on it to understand where it could go. All right, so one of the main things that we noticed about Tesla is that it has a great relationship with its 50 and 20 moving average. So you'll see here that the 50-day moving average tends to act as underlying support for Tesla, and it always bounced off. In the meantime, the 20 moving average, which is this red line right here, you'll notice that this is its kind of first line of defense. Tesla in a bearish standpoint is when it's under the 20. And it very rarely, if never really, dropped under the 50-day moving average. So on the 18th, we charted out Tesla. And one of the things that I noticed while I was charting had to do with the volume shelf, which is this guy right here. With this volume shelf, I had anchored it from the March lows, but we noticed that it had a pretty hefty volume shelf from this breakout right here. And you'll notice that the volume shelf it had developed in this consolidation right here was just about even. So we knew that there was a chance that Tesla could have a breakout coming out soon, considering the consolidation, the relationship to the moving averages, the 20 and the 50 moving average, and also the volume shelf, which showed that it did have potential to be able to make another move upward based on the fact it needed about the same volume shelf to move and break out upwards to get to its all-time high at that time, which is about, 503 right here. All right, so if you fast forward now to the 20th, we'll see that Tesla was still in consolidation and was actually starting to test its 20-day moving average. To get the levels that we developed up here, the 625 profit target, Really all we did is just measure the width of this triangle consolidation right here from 503 down to about, I believe it was about 325 at the time. We projected that upwards, and that's how we got the number of 525, because it was about 125 points consolidating in here. So just bounce that upwards, and that's how we got our initial profit target of 625. However, we were waiting for Tesla to start to see what it would do with this ascending triangle right here. So as you'll see, it had tried to test 465, 1, 2, 3 times, and had been rejected by then. So we knew that this number 465 was really going to be a trigger number for Tesla if it ever was to get over, and could possibly be the beginning of its breakout. But as of now, we did see some bearish momentum in Tesla, testing the 20, 50 right below it. So we're really just waiting to see a good buy zone for Tesla. All right, so as you guys know, when it comes to any triangle, they're always going to have what's called areas of focus, or places where the majority of shares have been traded. Usually you'll notice this by the price action, right? So if you look at this price action right here, we can tell that, hey, this area of focus is right about in this area right here. And also with our volume profile, we're able to see that this level right here stuck out more than any of the other levels. So that gave us a hint into where our demand zone might be, knowing that Tesla was continuously making higher lows and forming this ascending triangle. So we decided about 408 would be a great buy zone for Tesla, thinking that the market wouldn't let it go much lower before trying to test breaking out of this ascending triangle that it was forming and busting out of this 465 zone right here. All right, so as time went on, Tesla tried to retest the 465 again, broke down towards our buy zone. And this is when most of our members entered, was when it was just under 408. And we saw a bit of a reversal and it started to move upwards. Everybody bought in between this 408 and 425 zone right here. What we ended up having to do is extend our triangle out, actually, and this is something you should be doing in technical analysis, right? You may have identified one type of triangle. I think we had an ascending triangle on here at first. It tried to break that, wasn't able to do it, and so what we did is we just extended our triangle to the next high, and that still gave us now a asymmetrical triangle, actually, which for a breakout, I like asymmetrical triangles a little bit better. So I was comfortable holding position, as well as most of us were, even though we still knew, okay, we might have a little bit more consolidation going on here, right? We test the bottom, try to retest before we finally get our breakout. All right, so this is November 17th and 9:13 a.m. So we noticed one thing about Tesla is that on the daily chart the day before, it had actually closed on a blue raindrop candle towards the low of its, or the demand zone, I guess we could say, of this asymmetrical triangle right here. So once again, we had already entered the trade right about here. We thought that this was going to be the initial breakout, but we actually got faked out. And this is something I wanted to highlight because this is a very common thing that happens in trading, is that, you know, at one point our triangle looked like, or sorry, asymmetrical triangle, or our ascending triangle looked like this, right? We just had a line going up like that. So we thought that it was going to end up breaking out right here. And instead, it shook a lot of people out on this move right here. Now, luckily, we got some strong hands in our community. So a lot of people, even though it did retrace, one thing that we noticed is that it did not break support, right? So we have this bottom support trend line that we had drawn when we extended out our triangle, and it didn't break the support, right? So our fail safe was going to be, okay, if this guy dumps out of here, then of course we'll get out, but until it breaks or creates a lower low and breaks this formation of this triangle it was forming, we weren't going to get out of the trade no matter what. We were really just, holding our breath, hoping Tesla came through for us. All right, now this is where things really started to get interesting with Tesla. So the very next day, we had a gap up to 465. So the market gapped up, right? Opened at 465 just about. And that day, on a 4 hour, the first 4 hours of the day, it actually retraced. So what we had here is we had a triangle breakout, as you'll see, right? Triangle broke out on a gap up to there, right? And then spent 4 hours retracing and the next 4 hours consolidating in this candlestick right here. So this we knew was a bullish move because that's what happens when triangles break out, right? You have your breakout, your retest, and then your continuation. And we finally got our continuation where we broke the 465 level. And we were at 477 at the time, making a move out of this formation that, once again, we had been tracking for months now. All right, so by November 24th, we were knee deep in this breakout. Once again, you guys will see here, we have our consolidation, right? We already knew where our buy zone was. Got in this area right here, got the gap up, all right, retest, and then the breakout, which, I mean, like I said, this guy triggering at that 465, there were a lot of algorithms that triggered buy once this guy was able to sustain above 465. And you'll see on a daily candlestick, this guy actually hit our first profit target at 503. The reason why this was our first profit target is because this was the all-time high, right? So we knew there was going to be automatic resistance at 503. So we wanted to take the breakout to 503 and see what happens. Now, one thing that we noticed and what made us hold the trade, look at these two candlesticks after the breakout. And what do you notice about them? Well, what we call them is resting bars, right? If you notice that this move did not retrace more than 50%, right? 50% mark would have been about right here at this 477, or sorry, 465, right? This move didn't retrace more than 50%. And so we just tried to have strong hands right here, knowing, hey, it hasn't retraced, back to this level here, this 465. So maybe there's going to be some continuation in this. And really what we were hoping for was a 4-bar play where we had a big wide range igniting bar. If you look at this candlestick right here, there's not many candlesticks bigger than this candlestick, except for maybe this guy right here. And then this guy that brought it to all-time highs. All right, so seeing that, that was a wide range igniting bar that we really, really liked. And we were once again just hoping that, hey, this level will hold and then we'll get some continuation, which is a variation of a 3-bar play. This is called a 4-bar play, actually. And this also gave us some new levels to be able to know, okay, what are our new profit targets, right? And the way you play a 4-bar play is you're looking for the length of the base of that candle to the top line resistance, right? And you can project that upwards, right? So we figured that would get us at least to the 553 mark right here at a new profit target. Also, some of our guys that maybe weren't able to get in at this initial break, they were able to take the break of this level right here at 503 with the hopes of getting to 553. All right, so we're on November 24th, and what we did, I'm a very big proponent of multi-time frame analysis. So you guys will notice as we've been looking at these charts, you've been seeing daily charts, 4-hour charts, 2-hour charts, right? Well, we noticed something awesome on this 4-hour chart. Once again, they gave us possible entry and continuation. Once again, for the members that maybe had gotten shaken out or taken profits, but still wanted to take advantage of Tesla getting to that 550. Right, so we had this. We had another formation that looked like a pretty nice 3-bar starting up, right, which was from 500 to about 525, right? So you have a 25.3 bar, or sorry, igniting bar right here, and then a resting bar on the 4-hour chart. So seeing this, that got our members really excited because that was our mark. That was our 550 range that we thought could be doable if this decided to have continuation. And you guys will see what we got here was exactly that, right? So our igniting bar and resting bar projected us, right? It had enough momentum to project us right up to about 550, which was an awesome profit target. And once again, this is a 4-hour chart, right? So we identified it on the 4-hour chart, took the entry on the 4-hour chart, and took the reward on the 4-hour chart, just letting this new 3-bar play come into fruition right here. Right, and this is that view of Tesla actually hitting our exact level at 549. And then, of course, retracing right when it hit it. Now, it's really important that when you do identify levels that you sell into the level. What I mean by that is that you don't wait for it to get there and see what it does, right? So at 549 being the level, our members were taking profit around 545, 547, not quite waiting for it to get to 549 because we had a feeling at 550, right? Be a big psychological number right there, and that it might trigger selling algorithms to take profit at this number right here. We all know hedge funds like pretty round numbers. 550 is too easy to type into an algorithm to not be somewhere to take profit on a breakout. All right, so once again, next profit target was hit at 549. And we'll notice that this level was definitely a psychological level. This is a 2-hour chart, right? We'll see it bounced off, tried to retest it again, bounced off. But we really like this bar right here because one thing you don't want during breakouts is for your breakout to move too fast. You want consolidation. You want retracement. Now, the level of retracement is really what counts, right? So you'll see from this move right here, huge bar, definitely didn't retrace more than 50%, right? Another one, huge bar, huge price rejection right here. Look how long this wick is, right? Huge price rejection on lower pricing, right? Which means buyers were here and they were just waiting for their chance to pounce. Seeing this second bar right here, not retrace down under 540 too much, right? Said that, okay, this might be able to sustain this breakout because the retracement on this, wasn't more than 50%. Really what this formed into was another 3-bar play for us, right? And so all we did once again is take the width of this 3-bar, project it upwards, and now we had new profit targets, 566 and potentially 574 based on breaking out of this 3-bar. Now we wanted to make sure that we got above this level of 550 right here. So we put a bullish entry at 553 for new entry for anybody that hadn't taken profits already or wanted to get back in on the play. So on the 24th at 504, Tesla actually hit our bullish entry mark. I'm sorry, at 204. Tesla hit our bullish entry mark at 553. And so once again, we took entry on that 3-bar play that was brewing before, right around here. All right, so this here is a 1-hour chart. We're just doing a zoomed in version of that 3-bar play. This was at, it was just taken at 504, but you'll see right here, this is where our candle entered our buy zone at 553. So we took the trade right here. I believe this is around 2 o'clock in the afternoon before market closed. And then, of course, it held the level throughout the day, throughout the rest of the day and into after hours. So this was our next 3-bar play. Once again, looking to get to this 574 mark. The reason why the level is 574 is because, once again, what do we think might happen at 575? Well, this might be another psychological number that we had a feeling. Also, the 3-bar that we wanted right here, right? moving in on this 3 bar right here will be completed around that number. And so that was our next profit target for Tesla, around 574, 575 level. All right, so we'll fast forward to the next day. So now we're on November 25th at 11:45 in the morning Eastern time, and we're on our 1 hour chart. And so once again, we had taken the trade right about here, and we noticed that, of course, we still had a little bit of retracement happening. But once again, when you're talking about retracement here, the amount of retracement is really what matters. So at one point, this did pull back into under 550, but when it came to looking at the overall move, there wasn't enough retracement for anybody to get out the trade, right? Around 540, right? Maybe we would have gotten out, but to only had retraced a few points down to about 547, it didn't scare any of us, right? And so we held on to it, and then you'll notice that right, next candle, what did we do? We had a breakout happen. So let's look at what this breakout looks like again, because once again, this is what was keeping us steady-handed throughout this trade. A lot of people got shaken out during Tesla's breakout. A lot of our members did not. Well, what do we have here? All right, we have another breaking, another wide range candlestick that's breaking previous resistance, right? And then a resting bar right next to it. Well, what does that look like, guys? Right, we're learning this by now. Another 3 bar, right? So this was a 3 bar potentially from about 550 to about 560, 565, 566, right? So that's another 16 points that we were able to potentially add on if this guy decided to continue. So what did we do, right? We took our width right here. That's our height of our igniting bar, projected it upwards. And I mean, funny enough, that put us at about 580, right? So we're moving well on to the 625 profit target that we had for Tesla, and seeing signs that it actually could continue and make it there just by looking at our 1 hour chart, watching different time frames, and looking at different candlestick formations, and honestly seeing a lot of 3 bar plays that we felt could come to fruition. So let's see if this guy continues for us. All right, so as you'll see here, pretty little 3 bar on a 65 minute, right? We had our level for entry at 566. Once again, some of our guys have been holding since way down here still, but for ones that haven't, they had another chance for scalp entry on the break of 566, hoping to get this guy getting up to about 580. Now this was about 1:10 p.m. that we took this trade on the 25th. So let's see what came to fruition from that. All right, so you guys can see what came to happen here. We're now at the 27th at 10:29 a.m. Right, so remember, we're looking at a 30-minute chart, but we took a trade right about 566 right here. Right, we had a breakout. Now look at the retest, right? Breakout, retracement, but it did not fall back into our 566 level. Tested it right here and bounced right off, right? And then the gap up gods did us a favor the next day, right? And took us past our profit target of 584 and actually took us to 597. Ridiculousness, right? So now our profit target of 625 is realer than it's ever been. And look what the gap up gods gave us on the 30-minute chart. So once again, wide range igniting bar. If you look at the rest of the bars on the 30-minute chart, none of those are as big as this bar right here, right? So we could say, hey, this is a wide range igniting bar, and we might be able to use this to project profit target above if we get a 3 or 4 bar play, right? So we knew the width of this, projected it upwards, right? That got us to 617. Right, so we said, okay, 617 actually is possible if this does decide to come to fruition. Once again, all we can do is wait and see, watch our levels of retracement, have diamond hands on the way, right? Knowing our stop losses, if it retraced too far, we're going to get out. But based on everything we've seen and everything we're seeing, we knew that Tesla had some potential to hit these targets. All right, so on the 27th, once again, we were hoping for a 3-bar continuation. And then this is just on the 1-minute chart, just to kind of show you guys what a 3-bar looks like, right? If you consolidated it, that was that big igniting bar, right? And then it spent a bunch of time and pretty much what we'd call like a resting bar. All right, so it's now the 27th, 11:05. We were trying to play the 3-bar on Tesla. And this was zoomed in on a 1-minute chart. So essentially that igniting bar would have been like over here, right? And then we got just massive consolidation right here. As you'll see, we had a ascending triangle formation looking like it could have formed with a top line resistance at this 597, right? And we even got it to break above, retest, and it ended up hitting about 601. Before having some major retracement that stopped most of us out because at 589 was our stop loss. However, once again, a lot of our members did have contracts that were in major profits and still had runners going. And so some of us just wanted to see what Tesla was going to do. We were already essentially playing the play for free. So by now it was just like, all right, let's see what happens here. All right, so now we're at December 4th. We're on a 2-hour chart. What you'll notice with Tesla as we look at it, it actually did get well above our profit target. It actually hit about 607. And so we had a lot of our members take profit right then and there, just because this was a pretty scary dump right here. We knew buyers were still there though, because just by looking at the wicks, right? So I believe this was this was around the holidays. I think Thanksgiving, right? People selling off for holidays. Some people closing their books forever, and just taking profits for the end of the year. But we noticed that Tesla, right, tried to pull back down in this area right here, and then had a massive bullish move right here. Once again, a lot of us wanted to see Tesla to the 625 because this was the long hold profit target. And so just imagine having to sit there, right, in 2-hour candlesticks, right, with runners or in profit hopefully, but still having to go through, right, this retracement, and then it picked back up. Now luckily Tesla did pick back up because once again that gave us another bullish entry right here at 602. We felt like if we saw a move above 602, we'd get in bullish and take the ride to 625 and finally see our long hold profit target come into fruition. All right, so the very next session, once again, what we just saw on the 4th was a Friday. So some of our members did see Tesla over or close to 600 and did decide to take it. So we're just going to see a 5-minute chart right now. December 7th, 9:38 in the morning. Look what Tesla did. Right? So completely blew through what would have been bullish entry because for some of the members, like I said, the early birds got in with the worm right here. But as you'll see here, Tesla completely gapped up into our 617, which was our profit target as well, right? So once again, now we have a huge wide range igniting bar, right? Look at all the rest of these bars compared to this one. There's no comparison here. I mean, this is a huge bar, right? You just look at it. That's a huge bar. Right, took us right into the 617 number. So this 625 number now was all the more real. Some of our long holders were getting super giggity because I mean these levels were just panning out and coming to fruition like clockwork. So it was really awesome to be able to watch and experience. And boom, baby, look what Tesla gave us. Now we're going to look at this 90-minute chart. Once again, we saw that huge igniting bar on the 5-minute right at market open. But look what Tesla gave us. Gapped up right into 625 long hold, take profit target hit, right? Now, once again, we noticed that this was a wide range igniting bar again. So knowing that, right, seeing this second bar form and even seeing this bar form right here, it did have some retracement, but if you look at it, it was just about 50%, not quite. So the potential for a 3 or 4 bar play is actually still here on this 90-minute chart. And then also we want to look at this wick right here, right? So sellers tried to pull this bad boy down, but look what the buyers did, right? They brought it all the way back up. So, you know, being as crazy as we are, we saw this 90-minute chart and said, hey, 630 might be really good entry point for a continuation move, right? And this is from 602 to 630. So this could get us possibly to 658, $660 just with this one move, breaking out of this 3 bar play right here. So the ride did continue. We had a lot of our guys take profit. They had been holding for, you know, weeks, some of them a couple months even, some of them even just days. But one of the things we noticed is that at all-time highs, you get a volume shelf looking like that, where it's super, you know, busting out compared to all the other volume shelves. So that told us, hey, we might really get to see some continuation here. All right, so on December 7th, we were watching that 3 bar play on the 90-minute. This is a zoomed in version of it. So this is a 1-minute chart, same day. This is at 2 p.m. now, right? So we had identified this blue line as the top of that 3 bar play, and we took the entry when it broke it. So you'll see here, right? It went to test it. And this is why it's important when you identify a 3 bar play, guys, zoom in on time frame, right? You mark the level and then zoom in, right? So we saw here it tested it, and then it started to retest it, and we got in on this candlestick right here, this igniting bar. And as you'll see, we got some continuation up there. We got 635 starting to pop off, which is our next level. TP1, 640 was TP2, 645 was our third profit target. All right, guys, and remember, the reason why we're able to continue projecting levels upwards is because we kept getting 3 bar plays or different different chart patterns that showed us what potential could be. Right, so we're still on the 7th on a 1-minute chart. We entered right here at 630, and as you can see, Tesla was just blowing through these levels. Now, once again, when you're trading at all-time highs, one thing you're looking for is retracement, right? So we had a great bullish move here, very little to no retracement, right? We had a bit of a double top right here. But when you look at the retracement level, still not there compared to the move, right? So then we got continuation upwards. And once again, look at all this continuation here, and then look at the level of retracement, right? Second, it got to 636, our take profit target, bounced right off and continued again, right? Blew through 640. Boom, we hit our 645 profit target. We had to add another one at 651 just because this guy was raging so hard. But we all knew that 645 was probably the most we were going to get out of the move. You know, but hey, there was potential that it could go higher. Most of our members, once again, we're well into profit now. And we're just playing, you know, all-time highs. So you're just watching retracement, letting it run as much as it wants to. When it decides to retrace too far or pull back on a move too much, more than 50%, or retake the whole move, then you exit the trade when you're in there with runners. All right, so last slide. Once again, we're at December 7th, 3:51 p.m., right? Market's about to close. Tesla on the 1-minute chart. And this is the end of our Tesla run from, you know, plotting from earnings, expecting it to get to 625. So what we saw is we got that move finally over this TP3 zone, right? And then, right, we definitely started to see some turbulence here. This move right here was very scary for a lot of us, and we were like, all right, if we get back up to this level, we're probably going to take profit. Got back up to the 640, almost 648 level. That's where most of us took profit, because look what happened into the rest of the day. had a massive sell-off. But this is what I mean when I say retracement, right? So this guy was moving really good, got up to the 648 level, and then look how massive that retracement was, right? Took out this breakout completely, took out this breakout completely, right? So that's 2 levels that it broke down. That told us that, all right, we might be seeing, you know, we might be seeing some possible reversal or some harder retracement. So we did see this wick come in right here, and we're like, okay, buyers are still there. But once we got back to this 648 level and really didn't see a lot of you know, buyers coming in to take that level out and proceed upwards, that's where we said, all right, guys, it's probably time to call it a day on Tesla. Chances are, right, we're going to see some retracement. And once again, that's exactly what we got right here. But this overall was an amazing play. Some of our members cashed out 6, 7, you know, well, I don't know about 7 figures, but definitely 5 and 6 figures on this play. There's probably some modest person out there that touched 7 figures on this that ain't saying nothing yet. But this is the kind of experience you get when you trade with us at Option Snipers, where we're trading with you, identifying new levels as they come about. I mean, guys, most of these levels, I mean, you'll see they came out of thin air. They were not there. We were trading at all-time highs. There's nothing really telling you where this could possibly go, except for your price action, understanding candlestick patterns, understanding chart patterns, technical analysis. So this is a technical analysis dream right here. Not every play gives you 3 bar on top of 3 bar on top of 3 bar. But this was one of those that, you know, ascending triangle, all that stuff. But this is one of those that really did it for us. So I want to just remind you guys to join us in Discord, where we literally force feed you guys plays like this in our admin analysis channel, as well as being supported by our artificial intelligence and things like that. Just making sure that all of our members get the bang for their buck. All right, and last but not least, guys, in an effort to create self-sustained traders and people that can, you know, teach their kids or their friends or their family and, you know, generations of traders, we have our one-on-one classes available for you guys. So if you like this technical analysis that we went through today and want to learn a lot more, you can go to optionsnipers.com, click book a class, and then join our technical analysis one-on-one sessions. So all you would do is click that session, pick a date. I'm open anytime. Pick a time, push confirm, and then just make sure you click Bailey on here. That is me, Algo Bailey, and I'll be the one able to walk you through any technical analysis questions and things like that you may have. Because once again, I want everybody to be able to plot levels like this. I want everybody to be able to see, hey, what's the potential of these moves that can happen in the markets, and then be able to take advantage of them. Feed your families with this stuff, man. A little bit of technical analysis can go a long way and can give you steadier hands to hold through all-time highs or retracement. You know, nobody likes shaky hands, because then you see a contract that you let go of triple, quadruple, go 1,000% higher, right? And you're stuck with the little maybe 50 or 100% that you gained, right? So this is all garnered through technical analysis, and I want to be able to help you guys with that. So once again, Option Snipers, book a course, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.